Good morning, my dear students. Today we are starting our second lesson, New Kings and Kingdoms. What you know about kings and kingdoms? You may not have witnessed it in this modern era, but you may be familiarized with this in the films. So, our past is glorified with such kings and kingdoms. What do you mean by kingdom? A kingdom is actually a piece of land which is ruled by a king or a queen. In the first lesson, we have discussed the words dynasty, empire and kingdoms, right? A specific area will be ruled by any rulers or by kings. It is called kingdoms. So, many dynasties emerged after 7th century. Gurjara Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, Palas, Cholas, Chahamanas or Chauhans. These were some major dynasties in that era. From 7th century to the 12th century, a lot of dynasties emerged in our subcontinent. So these were emerged in the various places of India. You can see it in this map. Each areas are marked separately. So, how these kingdom emerged or which of the rulers became kings? Let's discuss about it. We studied that in the beginning of the medieval period, there were many regional rulers were emerged. So, in some regions, the wealthy people, landlords, became the rulers of that specific land, and the poor peasants were working on the land. And there were a classification on the basis of wealth, land, etc. By the 7th century, there were big landlords or various chiefs in different regions of the subcontinent. Existing kings often acknowledged them as samantas or subordinates, that they are the subordinates of the landlords. They acknowledge themselves. They were expected to bring gifts for their overlords or the kings and be present at the court and to give the military support to the landlords. As Samantas gained power, they asserted independence over their overlords. Okay, so they declared them as Mahasamantas. We are the kings, we are the great kings of this land. They declared themselves. So, the rulers become kings only because of their power and wealth. Those who gain power, those who have wealth, became the rulers of the land. That is the emergence of new kings and new rulers in the 7th century. Likewise, Rashtrakutas. They were the subordinate to Chalukyas in Karnataka. But later, a Rashtrakuta chief overthrew his overlord of Chalukya and performed a ritual that is known as Hiranyagarbha. This was conducted with the help of Brahmanas. I have already said in the last classes that Brahmanas became more prominent persons in the society due to their knowledge on astrology and Sanskrit. So, with the help of the Brahmanas, Rashtrakuta chief performed a ritual that is called Hiranyagarbha. For what he did that? To become a Kshatriya. By birth, he was a Rashtrakuta, but he want to gain power. He want to be the ruler. So, in the olden days, it was the belief that the persons who born as Kshatriya got the power. So, he himself want to be the ruler, and by this ritual, they believed that it was the rebirth of the sacrificer as a Kshatriya. So, When he became a Kshatriya, he will have all the powers and he will be the ruler of this specific land. So this is the way how the small rulers, also small subordinates, became the rulers of each region. So we will study about each kingdoms and each dynasties detail in the upcoming classes. Today we just introduce what is kings and kingdoms and how the rulers of specific regions become the kings and then how they became the great dynasties. So catch you in the next class with the new kingdom. Till then, bye.